Hello, NFL fans, and welcome back to another Wall of NFL video, and I guess stream as well. If those of you are here, Stolen Knives Productions. Hi, how you doing? And today we're going to be doing another fantasy draft. I did one last week, but I'm in more than one league, so this is my second one with my mates, and I just thought I'd just do it again because why not? So we've got 10 minutes till it starts, or 8 minutes till it starts, and I'm just going to put a few players in my queue, kind of talk about what my plan is for this draft. So there's 8 teams in the league. I'm 5th pick, so it's kind of towards the end, but it's one of the middle 3 to 5, which are where you want to be choosing really. What website is that? This is NFL.com Fantasy, so this is just NFL.com Fantasy League, and this is where I'm picking my team. A lot of people draft on their phone, so it looks a bit different, but I am taking this a bit seriously. So here I am sorting out, just basically trying to figure out who I'm going to be picking today. So 5th pick, I think I've got a hope. So it looks like I'll be choosing between McCaffrey, Jefferson, I'm not going to be choosing McCaffrey, so maybe between Jefferson and Cook. I think those are my guys that really I'm going to be picking, depending on who gets those first 4. The guy I want on my team is Derrick Henry, because every year he plays pretty much a full season, he is the number 1 running back. So I think he's going to be my guy. If not, I'll go for probably Austin Eckler. I'm sure one of those two are going to be there. I'm a running back first kind of guy because I think while Kupp and Jefferson are amazing, and I may well pick them if they fall to me, but I just don't think some of the other guys. I think there's a lot of wide receivers that are really good, but less running backs. So that's why I'm going to go with the running back with my first pick. You got first pick and got Kupp. What are your thoughts on that? I think, he's going to be probably the highest scoring receiver, if not second or third, to either Jefferson or Devontae Adams, in my opinion. So I think it's a great pick because he's pretty much a guaranteed high score, and that's what you want in your first few picks. So yeah, not a bad choice at all, I don't think. So Eckler and Henry are going to be my first guys that I want. I went a bit Raiders heavy in one of my other drafts, so might not do that again. Yeah, I like the Raiders this year, but it's risky to go all one team, isn't it? So if I go one of these two guys, Eckler or Henry, then I might not go for another Charger or Tennessee Titans player. I think that's pretty much the plan. But yeah, I don't know. 5 minutes to go. Any other thoughts? Anyone who's watching wants to drop a comment in the chat who they think is a good person to pick up or a sleeper pick. I know, it's an 8-team league, so there's going to be a few more options available. I certainly, in terms of running backs, those are 2 guys I'm going to go for. Surely not both of them are going to go. If they do either, I might then just go for Kupp. Yeah, I'll probably go for Kupp then. He's a bit more of a guaranteed pick than Jefferson, so that's why I would go Kupp. I'm not picking McCaffrey at all. I'm not picking Saquon Barkley at all. Neither of those 2 guys I'm interested in. They're way too risky. And week 1 as well starts on Thursday, and that is super exciting. So it's the Rams against the Bills. I think it's such a close call. But how often do the Super Bowl winning team not win the first game? Last year, Bucks beat the Cowboys. I think the year before, I can't remember who it was now. Who won the league? It was the Buccaneers. So Buccaneers beat the Cowboys last year. Year before, it would have been Chiefs. Chiefs would have won that game, whoever it was against. Anyway, probably the Rams are going to win. They're the home team. They've just won a Super Bowl. They've managed to maintain their team after the whole Super Bowl. And maybe retire, maybe won't, because obviously McVay nearly retired, Aaron Donald nearly retired. So I think the Rams will probably win that one. The Saints are coming up against the Falcons, so I think that'll be a Saints win, or this will be when the Falcons beat the Saints, because we lose to the Falcons once a year, and we beat them once a year. So whoever wins, the other will win the next. I'm pretty sure. That's pretty much how it goes. We go 4-2 in our division every year, the Saints. So 4-2, 2 wins against the Bucks, 1 win against the Falcons and Panthers each. Makes 4. I do find it interesting that the average draft position of Jonathan Taylor is 1, but then no one's average draft position is number 2, 3 until we get to 4, and then there's loads of players with 4. I find it so interesting. That's kind of very similar with kind of the group that come behind it. Like there's an 8 and 9, but then everyone else is like between 10 and 13 for a while after that. But I'm excited for this draft. I have done 2 already, so this is my last one. So surely the practice should have been done. And now it's all up to this last draft. This is my last attempt at building a good team. No one's there at the moment. Chat's empty. 2 minutes to go. If I was going to pick a sleeper this year, it would probably be Michael Thomas. Let me pull him up for everyone. So, Michael Thomas, last time he touched the field, he was a record-breaking wide receiver. So, Cooper Kupp last year didn't break, well, he had the best season of any wide receiver ever, but he didn't break any single-season records like receptions. But Michael Thomas, last time he touched the field, did. He was unbelievable. Yes, he had Drew Brees and Sean Payton. And yes, so now he has a lesser quarterback and head coach. But Drew Brees didn't quite have the arm strength that Jameis Winston does. And also what's going for him is that he has a better team around him, so he's not going to be double or triple covered every time. I think Olave and Jarvis Landry are going to take up a lot of those targets, so that he's going to be more open. There's a lot of continuity, so the Sean Payton's ideas are still going to be about. And I think I think it's a really good year for Michael Thomas, because you can get him, look, 117 average draft position. It's going to be a great sleeper. And, last time he touched the field, he was the best in the league. So why can't he continue that? Obviously, there are a lot of good players out there now, though. So, as you can see, Jefferson, Kupp, Chase, Diggs, Adams, they're all being picked in the first, if not early second round. So you can see that there's so many good wide receivers this year. I mean, not just fantasy-wise. I mean, in terms of the whole league, they're everywhere. Okay, so 30 seconds to go. The first team picking is the team with no name. One person in the chat. Evening all. Evening. So we've got four players in, 4 players auto drafting. Let's see where I think Jonathan Taylor's nailed on number 1, but then who is it after that? So number 1 pick is Travis Kelce. Wow, he is going to be the best tight end, pretty much hands down. Fair enough. Jonathan Taylor goes number 2. Whoever picked number 2 must be happy. Okay, draft log, who's gone? Kelce, Taylor. So we got 2 more. I think we're looking good for one of our running backs that we like. Man, tight end going number 1. Guys, what do you think about that? Okay, who went? McCaffrey, interesting. That's a real high risk, high reward. If your team is now on the clock. If he is playing, he is going to have a great year, but he's got to play. Okay, so Derrick Henry's there. All those wide receivers are staying there, but the running backs are going. So I'm going to go Derrick Henry. Get Kamara. I will, but not this early. I'll give it a go, see if I can. But since he's missing 6 games, that is going to be rough. Okay, they're flying off the board now. So I picked Henry, Jefferson's gone, Cooper Kupp's gone. Which, fair enough. Like, if you're getting Cooper Kupp at pick 7, that's a good one. That is a good one. Jamar Chase goes. Okay, those wide receivers are flying off now. So the auto drafters have all just gone. So round 2, pick 9, Harris goes. Dalvin Cook goes.
Your team is now on the clock.
It's back to me. So I can go wide receiver or another running back. I mean, with Devontae Adams sitting there, how could you not go for him? Am I right? That's a definite Devontae Adams draft, I reckon. All right, let's sort out our queue now. So if Allen is there, it's got to be Allen. Otherwise, we might go for Kamara, or maybe I think it's Kamara, Jones. Look, I'll highlight all of them for now and get over to our wide receivers. Maybe highlight a couple over here as well for me to make sure. Deebo Samuel, he won't be there, but I'll highlight him anyway. If not, I might then. Tyreek Hill is an option. I don't think I would go wide receiver at this point, no, because those upper echelon players have gone. I think Deebo Samuel's probably that last one. Let's see when we get round to it. Or tight end, Mark Andrews is still there. Average draft position is 20. Interesting. Could go Mark Andrews then. Let's have a look when we get there. So, in the draft log, Harris, Cook, Diggs, I drafted Adams, so Mixon and Samuel has just gone. So that's Samuel off of our board. So far on the head. We know where he'll be sitting on NFL Sundays. Wow, okay. Kyle Pitts goes and Tyler Lockett. Wow, this is crazy. So Mark Andrews still on the board. I think so far on the head is a Steelers fan, so you can see why potentially they wouldn't have gone with Mark Andrews, but it is a bit mental, a bit of a crazy decision. So we've got 4 picks until it's ours, which means one of our guys is going to be on the board guaranteed. Okay, Josh Allen goes. Josh Allen's off the board. I probably would have gone with him to get our number 1 option. If not, Herbert's going to be my guy. But I think Herbert's probably going to go. So I'll pick this one, and then the next one I might go quarterback afterwards. Get Devontae Smith as reserve wide receiver. Do you know what? It might not be a bad option. It's an 8-team league, so he'll probably be there later on as well. So he's a good option there too. I think I might go with Kamara, get my Saints player. It's risky though because he isn't there for the first 6 games, but it is only 6 games.
Your team is now on the clock.
Okay, who have we got? Kamara, Chubb, Herbert. I think I'm just going to go Kamara. There we go, he's off the board. So now we've got, if you can see above me, we got Henry, Kamara, and Adams there. Henry, Kamara, and Adams. So wide receiver, QB, tight end is probably what we want to go for. Yeah, Mark Andrews is gone. So Barkley's gone. Fournette's gone. All right. So that queue, we've got Chubb and Herbert in there. Chubb's gone. Okay, we'll probably go for... Okay, we'll put Swift there as an option. And... man, I think Keenan Allen's going to have a big year. But I think Tyreek Hill might be a safer bet. Wow, Pittman goes. Pittman is a big choice over Pittman is
Your
a big
team
choice
is now on the clock.
over some of the other wide receivers in there. So Mike Evans goes, Swift goes. Okay, so that leaves me with Hill and Herbert. So what pick are we? This is pick 4 of 4. So we're 30 something. So 31-24. Maybe I'll go Mahomes then. It's a good opportunity to go for a big quarterback. But there's a lot of other good ones. Okay, I'll probably be going around here. And who have we got? Got Darren Waller available. Okay, I'm going to go for my second wide receiver and then focus on the other players until then. So I'm going to go Hill. And now I'm going to leave quarterback wide receiver for a little bit. So for the next 2 picks, I'll go QB tight end probably. So those two are going to be my main 2 options. Tight end, Waller and Kittle. If I don't get either of those, then I'll leave tight end for a while, I think. DK Metcalf, solid wide receiver. You're right, Blaze. By the way, Blaze, thanks for joining. I don't think I've seen you before on the channel, so welcome. DK Metcalf is solid, but you got to think about who's throwing him the ball. So I think he's a bit risky of a decision at the moment. I don't know if I would go that way. So Hill, Brown, and Allen are gone. AJ Brown I worry about as well because of the quarterback. Who's throwing him the pass? And I'm not sure that Brown has a great passer of the ball. I think Hill has a better one, but Brown, I would worry about him because, of course, Jalen Hurts is not the best passer. So is that J.K. Dobbins is off the board. That's a bit of a risky one at running back because there'll be some weeks where he just gets nothing because obviously Lamar Jackson will take all of the touches. So at the moment I think it's looking good for so I've got 4 guys on the board. Fingers crossed that a couple of them fall. Team with no name. Who's he going to go for? So Devin Singletary goes. Man, the running backs are flying. Literally, by halfway through the season, I'm going to be like, how do I have such a good team? Because Henry, Kamara, Adams, and Hill could be having an unreal year. You think Mahomes fits with any receiver? Should choose him at QB? It's true. If Mahomes is there, I might go Mahomes because it might be a safer bet than Herbert. But Herbert, I think he's going to break some records this year. I think he's going to be insane. Blaze, your guy DK Metcalf goes to team with no name. Get Singletary and Metcalf. Adwaith, hi, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Guys, thank you so much for the 2 likes so far. I really appreciate it. Herbert's off the board. I'm pretty sure he is. Yep. Herbert is gone. I would have loved to have him on the team. I think either way at this point, one of the guys on my list I'll have on the team. So Lamar Jackson goes now. Well, to yippee-ki-yay Justin Tucker, who, by the way,
is now on the clock.
Has a Ravens badge. So you wonder why he picked Lamar Jackson. Okay, there's 2 tight ends there. So I'm going to go for Mahomes. I think that's really good. I think that's a really good pick. I'm really excited by this team so far. Mahomes could be the best quarterback in the league. Probably won't because Allen gets more rushing yards. It's true Herbert might have too much pressure. No, but he's so calm and collected. You don't be the best young quarterback ever in his first 2 seasons and feel pressure. Like he would have felt pressure last year if his if everyone was hyped up about him for this year, you know? For that year. It's hard to explain. I'm mixing up my words. Okay, we got to think about who we're going for after one of these two tight ends. So we probably want to go with the running back since Kamara's not going to be there for the first 6 weeks. So we could go Breece Hall, sorry. Or Cam Akers maybe. Or Mitchell. Mitchell's not a bad choice. Let me check what running backs there are. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is still there as well. Why is he so low down after missing 3 games as a rookie? Sidelined 7 contests when he was able to play. Sorry, I'm just reading his thing. So it's a bit pessimistic, but he is the number 1 running back on a Chiefs team that now doesn't have Tyreek Hill and will need another option. But having said that, I think I'm going to put Mitchell as my next choice. And so who's gone recently? The run on wide receivers is starting.
Your team is now on the clock.
No! The 2 tight ends went. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see what other tight ends we got. Schultz. No, I'm going to wait on these guys. These guys suck. Maybe I'll go with Knox next round. Okay, what running backs and wide receivers do we have? There's a few options there. I'm going to go... Ooh. Javonte Williams. Or David Montgomery. 2 really good options. I don't know if I can go wrong. By week 6 and 14. 6 and 14. I think that decides Williams because Kamara and Williams have the same bye week. Oh my gosh, I can't believe the tight ends went. I mean, I did wait for it. I did wait too long for it. So Wentz is having a good season before he got injured and then came back and wasn't able to perform well due to pressure. That's true. He was his, but that wasn't his first season. That was that was. Are you talking? You mean the year they won the Super Bowl when they went 11-0 until he got injured, or something like that? Okay. In terms of tight ends now, I suppose I would go for. I guess whichever one's there, man. Who even cares about these guys anymore? I go for maybe Higbee as a backup. And Hawkinson as a starter. So let's see if we can get them a bit later on. I actually think Herbert's going to lead the league in passing this year. Personally. Let's see what running backs, wide receivers are available. Montgomery and Connor is still there. Wide receivers, it's looking a bit more sparse in comparison. No one's gone for any defenses yet. Wow, I think there's some good running backs here. Someone's in the chat. How's everyone doing? I think Sofa on the head is getting bored. You got Burrow for MVP? You know what? That's not a bad shout. I think he probably should have won it last year. He was so good last year, wasn't he? I'll just do it so he's not aired. Hawkinson, Higbee, Mitchell, Montgomery. So I'm 2 picks away. Let's check some wide receivers we've got. Higgins is a good option, but he's the number 2 guy. What you really want is number 1 wide receivers, don't you? Sorry if you hear some background noise. I have the window open. I didn't really think about it. Do you know, in terms of MVP, Burrow's a
Your
really
team
good
is
shout.
now on the clock.
I think Herbert might get MVP as well, to be honest. Okay. Draft log recently. Okay, well, running backs. Oh, draft log. All. Oh, Montgomery's just gone. And Jacobs. Alright, so the running backs are starting to go. So, first... I got a text saying he didn't mean to draft Frymouth. Yeah, I wouldn't mean to draft Frymouth this high either. Roster. We got... Oh, that's not mine. 40 seconds. Come on, Mahomes, Henry, Kamara, Adams. So we got... Oh, we should probably go wide... we should go wide receiver, but... It's hard to go wide receiver when there's so many other good running backs, I think. I'm going to just go... what bye weeks have we got? 14. I'm just going to go for James Conner. I clicked it. Alright, I'm done with running backs now. 1, 2, 3, got 4. That's all you really need. So wide receivers, I'm probably looking around here. Allen Robbins. Sorry. Higgins. To be honest, I think a lot of these guys wouldn't be bad. I don't really like getting second wide receivers. So, for example, Chase is ahead of Higgins. Cooper Kupp's ahead of Robinson. Gabriel Davis, you got Stephon Diggs there. St. Brown, I mean, he plays for the Lions. They're not the most attractive wide receivers on offer at the moment. So I'd probably prefer to go somewhere a bit different, like Godwin or DJ Moore's number 1, isn't he? But then again, he plays for the Panthers, and Baker Mayfield is going to be throwing it to him. And I don't really trust him, you know? Oh, flip. Tight ends. Okay, I'm going to go for a tight end. I don't think I have much of a choice at the moment. Man, all these guys are the same bye weeks who I'm interested in.
Your team is now on the clock.
Okay, wide receiver, who's there? I'm going to go for Allen Robinson. And then I'll pick a tight end. I will pick a tight end eventually, I swear. Who is Kemet? How did he do last year? 121 points? That's not that bad. So Kemet. Oh, that's not that good. Let's sort this out. Okay. So we've got some defenses starting to come off the board. Juju Smith-Schuster goes. Tight end has really done my head in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm the last team, I think, not to have a tight end. Yep, last team not to have a tight end. So maybe I should just wait. Let's see, check wide receivers again. No one's going for backup quarterbacks yet. I don't know how he made it to the Super Bowl with the O-line he had. I know Joe Burrow's insane. Trey S, welcome to the stream. How do you feel about my team? 10-man, full PPR, second pick, Christian McCaffrey. I don't like him. He gets injured at week 4. Fournette, decent. Diggs, Allen Robinson. Diggs, I worry about him because he didn't have the most amazing year last year. Allen Robinson, I hope has a good year because I drafted him as well. ETN, I think, can do well, especially in PPR. Ertz and Kyler Murray, really good options. Kyler's going to get loads of rushing as well. Bench Akers, Thomas, Kareem Hunt, Olave, Tyler Boyd. I think I don't know about your top end players. Maybe you're missing out a little bit on the top end players. But when it comes to your bench, you've got really good depth. So I think you won't struggle with any kind of you won't be fretting when like Diggs has a bye week, for example. Okay, I've got all wide receivers here. How many defenses have gone so far? 3 defenses have gone, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the top 8. Okay. Thank you so much, Trey. Yeah, it is a decent team. Alright, so here are my options now. So, wide receiver, I think I might go for someone. Because it's getting quite close. Like, a lot of the good ones have gone. Ooh, Hopkins is there. I'm going to go Hopkins. I really think Hopkins is a great option. Hi folks, I look forward to the propping up the table at the bottom.
Your team is now on the clock.
Do you know what? There's 2 really good wide receivers I'm thinking about. Thomas, Hopkins. But in terms of... I think maybe I should just go for a tight end though. Because I don't have one yet. People are going to start choosing backup soon. Or maybe I want both of the guys that I'm thinking of. So I've got 3 wide receivers, 4 running backs, and nothing else. Tight end. It's a tough decision. Tight end's not going to get me an awful lot of points, but some of these wide receivers could. I'm going to go for Hopkins because I don't want him to be on someone else's team. I know he's out 6 weeks. I know he's out 6 weeks, but he could have a crazy good year afterwards. Nah, let's not talk about Arsenal. No. I think Arsenal played really well today, but we just didn't put it in the back of the net. I think the ref mugged us off a bit.
Your team is now on the clock.
Some of Arteta's subs as well. Should I go Michael Thomas as well? That's so risky. Are any backup quarterbacks going? No. I'm going to go for Michael Thomas. I'm just going to do it. All or nothing, right? Okay, tight ends. Things like the 2 tight ends that I'm thinking. I'll go Ertz and Higbee. So tight ends, I think I'm sorted here. Defense. Defense, I could go Rams. But I'm a Saints fan, and I've gone Saints in all of my other teams so far. I'm thinking too far ahead. I need to just go 2 tight ends. Quarterback, Derek Carr or Matthew Stafford, whoever's there. I think some of these guys will go. Justin Herbert's gone. Lamar Jackson's gone. Trey Lance is gone. I can't believe Trey Lance is getting picked ahead of like Matthew Stafford and Derek Carr. Like, you've got to be kidding me. It is mental. Wow. Okay, everyone does have a quarterback. So all of these guys are going to be backups. Maybe I should go for Burrow then. I'll go for Burrow. He's questionable. Why is he questionable? He bounced back from an ACL tear last year. Why is he questionable right now? Guys, please, if you help me out, I think they're about to go on a losing streak. No, Blaze, you're wrong. No. No, you can't be right there. Okay, I'll think about my quarterback when it comes to it, but I've got to go double tight end now. Double tight end. I might save defense till last because there's so many good ones. Like, Saints has the best defense, the best secondary in the league. We've got 3 first round picks on defensive line. Aaron Rodgers is a backup QB. I know. Well, it's an 8-team league, so there are a few more options. Like, it's not the typical. So everyone has slightly better teams, which I quite like, actually. I like playing good players. I don't want to play like third stringers on my team ever. That's not fun. It's like having really high scoring teams on Sundays. Like, you want high scoring because it's more entertaining. I want high scoring in fantasy too. Sorry, just didn't want to air anyone. Okay, guys, let me know your thoughts. So Higbee, okay, those are my tight ends. I think I'm going for. I would go for Knox, but he's got a week 7 bye. QB wise, there's so many good ones, isn't there? Oh, okay. I'm glad I'm kind of done with running backs and wide receivers now, because I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to have to pick between some of these guys down here. I think my team would have been really good 2 years ago, in all honesty, because I got Mahomes, Henry, Kamara, Adams, Hill, really good 2 years ago. But Hill, he's got Tua throwing to him. Mahomes has only got Kelsey to throw to. Henry had a big injury last year. Kamara's suspended 6 weeks, and it's literally go big or go home. I've gone. So who has gone recently? Patterson, I think, is a good pick. Eli Mitchell took this long to be picked. Wow. And team with no name is going for a kicker so early already. Okay, fair enough.
Your team is now on the clock.
There's a few kickers gone, actually. That's funny. Okay, tight ends. Tight ends available. I'll go to just hit my queue. There we go. Easy choice. I think this guy has Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback. And Najee Harris, Nick Chubb, some good running backs there. But Pittman in the 4th round, that boggles my mind there. That's a funny choice, I think. Do you know what I find weird as well? So this person, I won't go in too hard on this person. Let me just move to someone else. Like this, okay. Maybe Karma then. He's filled out his entire roster, which is a good thing to do, obviously. And he's got the best kicker in the league. But the drop off from the best kicker in the league to like 5th best is not an awful lot. But with running backs and wide receivers, you need good ones. You definitely need good ones. So I always leave kicker until the 15th pick, because either way, you chop and change kickers throughout the year anyway, because I can pretty much guarantee that if you look all the way down, look, McManus, he's all the way down here, but I guarantee he's going to get loads of points. McPherson, Elliott, Hopkins, Zerline, like he was unreal back in the day. Some of these guys are going to have really high points, and they're not even going to get picked. You can just pick them up off the waiver wire. And same kind of with defense as well. Like, who knows, like Packers is quite mid-table. Broncos, like mid-tier team. It looks like it's being rated fantasy-wise. But, I mean, both of these teams are going to have good defenses. Commanders, they're going to have a good defense as well. Ron Rivera, their head coach. They've got Chase Young as well. Lions bottom, yeah. But Lions are going to have a better defense, like realistically, than the Falcons are going to. Do you know what I mean? So what you're thinking fantasy-wise is who's going to get the most interceptions, fumbles, touchdowns. And the Cowboys were that last year. I think, well, the Bills and Cowboys were last year. Okay, so Stafford goes.
Your team is now on the clock.
Prescott goes. I guess people are going for their backups now. As will I with my tight end. Ooh. Taylor Higbee's there. But should I go Dawson Knox? There's loads of good quarterbacks there. I'll go quarterback next. But let me just check that Zach Ertz, he's bye week 13, is bye week 7. I do like Higbee as a late round pickup, but I'm going to go Knox. Because Higbee's the number 1 tight end, right? I checked their depth chart recently. Where are my empty spaces on the roster now? So backup quarterback, defense, and kicker. So backup QB. Oh, there's 4 really good options there. I'll go backup QB next because I think there's more defensive options. Man, Burrow is still there. Well, as you said, Blaze, definitely an MVP option this year. Did you guys see the top 100? And they put Brady number 1. Like, Brady's definitely not the best player in the league. Like, he's top 10 for sure. But everyone's reasoning for putting him putting him number 1 was that he was doing it when he was 44, 45. Like, you're just voting for the best player, not the oldest player. Do you know what I mean? Like, surely you would go for the best player, which is Mahomes or Allen, depending on whether you like which kind of quarterback you like. But man, Brady was not the best in the league last year. I guess he did get a couple of MVP votes, but in the regular season, Aaron Rodgers was the best quarterback. In the postseason, Joe Burrow was the best quarterback. I don't know. Aaron Donald, best in the league. There you go. Like, the drop-off between the best defensive tackle and the second best defensive tackle, maybe that means Aaron Donald is the best in the league. He's not the most influential player because he's a defensive tackle, not a quarterback. Quarterbacks are always the most influential. But if you're talking about how good they are compared to all of their other peers, whether that be current and all-time, Aaron Donald, definitely in a shout for 1. In fact, a lot of people did vote him 1, I think, but everyone just said, oh, Tom Brady. Wow, he's still playing at 44, 45? Yeah. You know. There you go. The QBs are flying off. Brady goes. Speak of the devil. And Russell Wilson as well. Man, imagine getting Russell Wilson as your backup at this point. Not bad at all. I reckon he's probably going to be starting for them soon. starting for so far on the head, that is. I'm just going to pick Burrow or Carr. I'll go Burrow. I'll go Burrow if he's there. But if Burrow is picked by Hyde and Zeke, I'll go Derek Carr. Sorry, just so the noise doesn't blare through. Come on, Hyde and Zeke. It doesn't take this long to pick a quarterback. Oh, actually, I don't know. Let me guess who he's going to pick then if he's taking this long.
Your team is now on
Hyde
the
and
clock.
Zeke. Oh, he chose a tight end. There were much better ones there. Don't rate that decision. Okay, QBs. Well, I said Burrow, so there we go. Derek Carr is going to have an unbelievable season though as well. So now, defense and kicker. So defense, I want to go Saints for the boys. Saints are my team for those of you who are watching me for the first time. Saints are my boys, but realistically, I think the Cowboys might get more points because of their turnovers. So Cowboys were by far the best in the league last year in terms of turnovers, but they got torched a lot on the ground, yardage-wise and points-wise. Look at that, almost 6,000 yards and 350 points. But they got touchdowns, interceptions, and fumbles like more than anyone else. Guys, Cowboys defense or Saints defense? Maybe someone will help me make that decision. Actually, Rams are there. Gosh. I'm next. This is... I'm next.
Your
I'm going to
team
find
is
it hard.
now on the clock.
Alright. I did give it the big one about the Saints defense. But they are my defenses in my other league, so maybe I'll just go for something fresh. You got a point about Brady there. Alright. Projected points this year. Packers at the top. Packers not so good last year. Did well in terms of yards, but projected points. Average draft position. Gosh, should I just go Rams? But Rams are all the way down there in terms of projected points. Oh my gosh. I'll just go Rams. But they're playing Bills week 1. We're playing Falcons. Oh my days. Oh, I literally just had to go hide and seek for going, oh, it's so easy to pick a team. No, it's not. It's not. Oh, I'm going to bottle it and go Saints. What am I doing? Kicker. Who's gone kicker wise? Tucker, Koo, Prater, Crosby. Oh, rank. Tucker, Crosby, Koo, Bass, Prater have gone. I could go Butker. Well, if he's there. I imagine a lot of people are picking their kickers now. McPherson. I'm a big fan of McPherson, to be honest. Projected points-wise, Siebert. Really? Wow. How do you predict how many points kickers are going to get? Are you going to predict like... Because you're thinking about teams that have a good offense, but not that good. Because they're going to kick field goals instead of get touchdowns. Unless your team's going to get like 10 touchdowns and you get loads of extra points, but... I don't know. I'll go with rank. I'll just go with rank. Harrison Butker's a good kicker. He is. I'll probably go with Butker if he's still there when I pick. Let's have a look at who's everyone's last pick's going to be. You've got Matt. Is Matt Gay? Yeah, Matt Gay, Prater, Carlson, yeah. Everyone who's not picked kickers, this is it. Prater, Carlson, Gaymore. I did go quite high with a couple of my picks, in all honesty. So, my picks, I'll read them out to you because I'm behind. You know, I'll just move my thing. There you go, so you can see who I got. So, Mahomes, Henry, Kamara, Adams, Hill, Ertz. I left tight ends way too long. I was about to pick either Kittle or Waller. And then the 2 picks before me, both of them were picked. And I was like, forget it. And I waited all the way until round 11 to get a tight end. Javonte Williams, Saints defense, no kicker at the minute. James Conner, Allen Robinson, DeAndre Hopkins, Michael Thomas, Dawson Knox, and Joe Burrow. I think I've got a really good team. But let me know what you guys think. There's 5 of you here. Put a grade, A, B, C, whatever. How you think I did. Don't go D. Come on. It's not a D. Ravens defense, Alan Lazard. Moore. 2 mores in a row. That's interesting. I go Butker. There you go. Butker is my final pick in my draft this year. Derek Carr, who's going to be Mr. Irrelevant? Stevenson goes. What? Last one.
Thanks for attending the NFL
Walker.
Draft. Best of luck this season.
A Seahawks running back who I do not know who they are. Anyway. Alright. I'll move my frame back. I'll move it just into the middle here. And then, so what we'll do, we'll quickly go through my team, and then we'll go through maybe some of the other guys as well, just to see how well they did. So, let me know how you think I did. I would give myself, if this is 2 years ago, an A, easily. This year, it's really high risk, high reward, so I think it's got to be a B. Well, I want to say A, but it's got to be a B because Hopkins and Kamara aren't playing the first 6 weeks of the year. I think Kamara we're not sure still. And there's a few question marks around pretty much every player, I reckon. There's no slam dunk players like Cooper Kupp or Jonathan Taylor or anything. Your round 1 kind of guys. Like Henry, I think he's a slam dunk because he isn't very injury prone, but he did get injured last year. I would give myself a B. But then let me know what you guys think. The next team so far on the head, let's think. So Herbert, got to be an A there. A Taylor. Dobbins, bit fishy. CeeDee Lamb, I wouldn't have drafted him because I think he'll crumble under the wide receiver 1 pressure. Juju Smith-Schuster, not a fan. Kyle Pitts in round 2 was a big reach. Pierce gave 49. I'm going to be honest, so far on the head, definite C. Like Herbert, Taylor, great. Starting off really well. C. It's my grade for them. Dead team. Yippee-ki-yay, Justin Tucker. Jackson, McCaffrey, maybe, could be good. Jones, Samuel, Allen. This is a good team, man. I like this one. Yippee-ki-yay, Justin Tucker. I think I rate this team. I think they got some decent depth, but their first few names that you read off, Lamar Jackson, McCaffrey, Jones, Samuel, Allen, Montgomery, really good players. My only worry is McCaffrey getting injured. Your season could be done if McCaffrey gets an injury there. Hide and Zeke, Trey Lance, dead QB. Eckler, good pick. Mixon, good pick. The 2 Browns, I think AJ Brown's a bit risky because you've got a quarterback that doesn't really throw the ball awfully well. Marquise Brown, really good for first 6 weeks, but might drop off if DeAndre Hopkins comes back. Andrews, great pickup. ETN, good pick, I think. I'd go for a solid B with this one. But that QB, no, C. That's a C, sorry. Trey Lance is not going to do that well. And also, he might just get benched for Jimmy G. Aaron Rodgers, Najee Harris, Nick Chubb, Jamar Chase. Wow, you got some good players here. Pittman, that's a funny one. But he's going to replace it with McLaurin, surely. Hawkinson, Deontay Johnson, Do you know what? It's a good team. Juju was never number one. He only got good numbers because Antonio Brown was the main focus of the other team's defense. Since Antonio Brown left, he hasn't performed well. Totally right, man. Totally right. Thank you, Blaze. That's good. Good observation. Right? I don't think he's going to be that great at Kansas City, but you never know. Maybe Andy Reid's going to cook up some spicy plays for him. McLaurin, Waddle, Pollard. I think there's a pretty decent bench. Nothing to write home about. The first four names you read off: Rodgers, Harris, Chubb, Chase. Really good. I'm going to go with a B for Jerry Stillers. Karma has picked up Hurts, Barkley, Elliott, Jefferson, Diggs. Good. Risky running backs. Wide receivers, excellent. Great tight end. Good wide receiver. Yeah, really good wide receivers, but the running back room there is a bit of a worry for Karma. So, and QB gonna have great rushing stats. So I'm gonna say a B, but only taken back by that running back room. Team with no name, Allen, good pick. Singletary, Edwards-Helaire, risky. He's left. Team with no name has left running back very late in that draft, so they might struggle there. Lockett and Metcalf, two Seattle wide receivers, risky as well. This is a very high risk, high reward team. But Kelsey, Allen, slam dunk. Bills, slam dunk. But man, when you're looking down the teams, I think it's some funny decisions there. But I think team with no name, they did say in the chat that it's their first. Looking forward to so they think they're not going to do too well, and it's new to all of this as of an hour ago. So fair, good for an hour and ago team. I mean, you can't go wrong with Allen. Allen's going to win him a few games. Murray, Cook, P. Blaze, your team Chiefs are going to miss Tyreek Hill a lot. True. They will. Just because they didn't want to pay him the big bucks. Although Hill is with his family now in Miami, so you've got to be happy for him a little bit. Well, from my point of view, as a Saints fan. Murray, Cook, Fournette, Cup, Williams, Waller, Swift. I think this is a good team. B. I think their depth is a bit risky on team depth, but I think this is a B for this team. I think Murray's going to get big points. Cook's going to get big points. Fournette, risky, but could really pay off. Cup, big points. Waller, big points. Swift is going to tote the rock nicely in Detroit. So I've got to say, overall, some funny looking drafts in there, but maybe that means there'll be a tasty waiver wire to look at. Let's just check some players available. QB, headlines for QB, not a lot. All the best ones went. Running backs, headlines at running back. To be fair, the running backs on there, maybe Darrell Henderson, James Robinson down here. Some good pickups there. Wide receiver, you got Drake London still there. He's going to be the number one wide receiver for Atlanta. Devontae Smith is still there as well. Who said Devontae Smith? I think it was UP Blaze. Devontae Smith, great option. Chris Olave as well, good option. Adam Thielen as well. Okay, wide receiver might be a way to go into when we're looking at adding teams. And also tight end. I think the one to look at there is Higbee, in my opinion. Maybe Logan Thomas as well. Anyway, I think we'll leave it there then. Some good defenses there as well. Thank you guys so much for watching so far. If you haven't left a like, please do already. Big thank you to all of you tuned in. P Blaze, you were here throughout. Big up. Thank you so much for coming, P Blaze. And thank you for the 4 likes, the views. Really appreciate it. Trey S and Solenize Productions, thank you as well so much for joining. Hopefully I'll see you again next week. I'm not sure, my schedule's going to change. Normally I've been doing Sundays, but with the games on Sundays, I think I might then go for probably a Monday or Tuesday, just to go along with kind of how the NFL week works. Maybe even a Saturday. No, but everyone wants to hear about the games, probably on a Monday. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to or can. And yeah, see you guys later.